Yeah, we build our nation together. I say come, yeah, we build our nation together. Yeah, we build our nation together. I say come, yeah, we build our nation together.
Welcome to the Dynamic Hour. Again, another opportunity for you and I to converse, to talk about what's happening here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. And I can tell you, we all are very, very happy, very elated, very excited. We are moved by the brilliance of the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, our Prime Minister. Yesterday evening, he delivered one of the best addresses of our times. In fact, it will go down in history as the best in the last many, many, many years. He is a good orator. He is a good communicator. And you see, when you deliver, when you transform, when you make good on the promises that you give to our people, make to our people during an election campaign, when you make good on that, it is not hard to communicate same with the Grenadian people. That is why we can trust our beloved Prime Minister. I was very, very impressed. And I followed the feedback on social media, on the radio, and throughout. People gave that speech, that address, 100%. So again, this morning, what I will do is to play the entire address for you. We have an extended program this morning. Kim the King granted us an extra 20 to 25 minutes. So I will feature the entire address this morning. But before I do, I want to give you a little update on Brett. All right, Grenada has to be prepared for a lot of rain. All right, that's something that we need to be prepared for. Some parts of Grenada. So clean your drains, trim your overhangings, do what you have to do to stay safe.
Make some of those tropical storm preps, but definitely St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines through Grenada, because again, we could have some winds, northern zone. So again, north of Trinidad, 90 kilometers an hour, 100 millimeters of rain plus in spots. And again, I'll get into that with other maps. South, we could see some of the gusts, 65 kilometers an hour. If some of those rain bands kind of wrap back around Trinidad and Tobago, could get some gustier winds. We've seen worse, but again, we've had flooding over the last couple of weeks. So flooding is my concern. So make those tropical storm preps. Tropical storm preps need to be done. Again, Barbados, St. Lucia, get them done today. Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, we could have rain 125 millimeters plus. So that's 5 inches, 6 inches of rain easily in some spots, not for all of us. It could be as high as 200 millimeters plus. So again, concerned across the higher terrain for that runoff, for the mudslides, those river crossings, seeing a lot of water getting in there at one time. So preparing for a high rain event, a couple-day rain event, Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, against St. Lucia, Barbados. Life-threatening flooding is a threat with this, okay? So that is my biggest concern with this. I always want you safe during these. Again, watching a lot of rain that will be working in. Can't stress that enough.
You have to be prepared for the rain. The rain. So again, I want to encourage you wherever you are to do what you must do to make sure that, in flood-prone areas, you clean the drains, you trim the overhangings, you remove whatever can cause blockages and cause flooding in those low-lying areas. All right, the bingo, the big bingo. Don't forget the big bingo on Sunday coming. The big bingo on Sunday coming. Don't forget that. Tickets, you can get tickets by Ricky's Bar in St. George's. Ricky, that's where I normally hang out. You can get tickets there, 1 for 60, 2 for 100. Please go and purchase your tickets way in advance. Way in advance. You can do that today. You can do it tomorrow. You can do it on Saturday. It's important that you buy your tickets in advance. 60 for 1, 2 for 100. Ricky's Bar in St. George's, right where I'm normally at on Hillsborough Street. Hanky's Computer Store right there. The market on the other side. Then you look at Foodland right there. So it's not hard to find. Once you're in St. George's, pick up your tickets, your bingo tickets at Ricky's Bar today. All right? That's Sunday coming.
Sunday, June 25th. It's another first from the NDC. The National Democratic Congress 1 year celebration, and we're doing it for you, the people. It's a $150,000 bingo.
Oh my God.
That is for them yellow people, and it's for every citizen, any religion, any class. Sunday, June 25th at the National Stadium from 5 p.m. Tickets $60 for one, 100 for two. Feature addresses, entertainment from Solid the Band and top local acts. Come play bingo with your Prime Minister and MPs. NDC 1 year celebration bingo. Sunday, June 25th at the National Stadium. $150,000 in cash and prizes. And remember, this money has no color.
Right. So remember, the bingo is for everybody, everyone, everywhere. Once you can actually play bingo online. You can actually play bingo online, and you can also be in a watch party out there in New York, drinking, eating, and playing your bingo. Don't forget, they're inviting you to come out and play bingo with them. As the New York chapter of the NDC. They're asking you to join them from 2 p.m. until 10 p.m. All right? So they would have food, drinks on sale. So just buy your bingo tickets online, and it's easy like 1, 2, 3. It's not hard. I think I have the link here. I would share that during the day. All right? On my page. So you can buy the bingo ticket online. They're playing the bingo at the Nutmeg House. The Nutmeg House, Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, 11226. All right? Please go there and be a part of that. Very important indeed. All right. Today's the town hall style meeting. All right, let me just, oh boy, I forget to share that there. Let me just go with the ad for Canada, the NDC chapter there in Canada. So let me play that, and in the meanwhile, I'll download that.
Hello, Grenadians in Canada and friends of Grenadians in Canada. This is a special invitation from me, Prime Minister of Grenada, inviting you to join me on the 1st of July 2023 at Bellevue Manor for a special evening, a grand gala. Accompanying me will be the Honorable Joseph Andal, MP for St. Patrick West and Minister for Foreign Affairs. The gala is in aim of raising funds to assist us in building a resource center in Grenada. The resource center will be a hub for community activities, for training, for meeting, greeting, and for conventions. So, we invite all of you to come out and join us. Your donation to this event is only $250, and space is limited. So we really do invite you to get your tickets early. I look forward to meeting, greeting, and sharing a meal with all of you as we look to move Grenada forward. I look forward to seeing you on the 1st of July.
All right, so the 1st of July, our Prime Minister will be in Canada. He and the Honorable Joseph Andel. All right, so they will be in Canada, and you should go there and be a part of that. Purchase your tickets very early and be a part of that first visit. I want to believe that's his first official visit out there. I want to believe so. So again, the folks in Canada, you can look forward to that. So I was talking about the town hall meeting. So let me play that video here for you that I was sent.
All residents of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, you are specially invited to government's National Town Hall meeting on Thursday, 22nd June 2023 at the Grenville Secondary School, St. Andrew. Starting at 4 p.m., come visit the many booth displays at the GSS school grounds. Get information on scholarships, small business funds, and other government programs. Then at 6 p.m., join the members of government at the GSS main hall to listen to presentations by Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell and all ministers of government as they report on their first year in office. Come out and join the discussion, ask questions, share ideas. The Government of Grenada National Town Hall meeting this Thursday, June 22nd, 2023, starting at 4 p.m. with booth displays and 6 p.m. with the official town hall presentations. This is one you don't want to miss.
The town hall meeting is today. Mobilize, organize, and be a part of that. All right, mobilize, organize, and be a part of that. All right, so quite a bit happening this week. Quite a bit happening this week, folks. Don't forget to be a part of all the activities. I encourage you to be a part of all the activities. All right, my good friend out there in New York, Andrea and the team, they have a Colors event coming up. I want to encourage you to be a part of that.
Get into the spirit of summer at the Caribbean Breeze Banquet Hall first annual National Colors Summer Fest on Saturday, June 24th. It's the one night of the year to honor the beautiful nations of the world, patriotic Grenadians and friends of Grenada. Join us at 276 Belmont Avenue in Brooklyn. Come, rep your flag. Your flag. General admission $40, VIP $140. For tickets and to book your table, call 347-593-2503, 929-485-9358 or 917-217-0831. Tickets also available at The Garage on 9022 Crier Place, while Orchid Liquor Store on 1775 Utica Avenue, and Eventbrite. DJs Dew, Lil B, and Red Rose will be turning up the heat. Show your colors and dress in your best summer chic attire for an unforgettable experience. It's the ultimate summer party.
Right. So beautiful, beautiful. There, go there and support that. Folks out there in New York. Folks out there in New York, go there and support that big time. All right. Nice. So don't forget Healing is Here service by my good friend Pastor Davis John. Pastor Davis John every Thursday. That's today. So today from 1 p.m. at the Cornerstone Ministries Bible Church or building at Cherry Hill, and it's not hard to find the Cornerstone Ministries there, close to that place that sells a tire and other things like that. And if you want to communicate with Pastor Davis John even before, you can call him on 404-7447. 404-7447. All right? Don't forget that. Don't forget today. Healing is Here service at the Cornerstone Ministries at Cherry Hill in St. George. Again, if you want to communicate with Pastor before, his number is 404-7447. Give him a buzz. All right. So let me see here what I'm missing. All right, the gala, right, we cover that. Good. So let me give that here another run. All right. Yep. The National Town Hall is...
All residents of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, you are specially invited to government's National Town Hall meeting on Thursday, 22nd June 2023 at the Grenville Secondary School, St. Andrew. Starting at 4 p.m., come visit the many booth displays at the GSS school grounds. Get information on scholarships, small business funds, and other government programs. Then at 6 p.m., join the members of government at the GSS main hall to listen to presentations by Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell and all ministers of government as they report on their first year in office. Come out and join the discussion, ask questions, share ideas. The Government of Grenada National Town Hall meeting this Thursday, June 22nd, 2023, starting at 4 p.m. with booth displays and 6 p.m. with the official town hall presentations. This is one you don't want to miss.
Right, so again, remember that. Go there in your numbers and be a part of that. That's today. That is today. All right, my good partner, leg neck. I know you have your big activity coming up. All right, my good partner there. I know Sherry. Oh, Sherry shared that with me. Sherry George, that's her son. He has a big thing coming up at Wester Hall. All right, at Wester Hall there. So, Sherry George, I know you're looking forward to that. All right, so let me just give you a little pump there because, leg neck, my good boy. He has an event coming up, leg neck. All right, that's on Friday. Friday is tomorrow, 23rd of June, West Hall playing field. He has his official launch, leg neck, my good boy. All right, nice. So go there, West Hall playing field. Purchase your ticket, buy up your ticket. It's starting 9 o'clock. All right, so between 9 and 10 days, so thing go warm up, thing go nice. Leg neck, the dynasty. All right, leg neck dynasty, the official launch. We normally don't do promo kind of outside of, NDC and thing. But it's my boy. All right, it's my boy. Nice. So, folks, let me say to you that there seemed to be some pressure mounting, right? Mountain. Oh, let me tell you what Grand Bay, Patsy and them, Patsy Emmons and them, Patsy and all you have Patsy Emmons and the team, right? So Grand Bay, Mount Pleasant, their group, the NDC group, they're having the 1 year celebration, and they're inviting everybody to come and be a part of it this Saturday the 24th, at Patsy Emmons' shop, right? Free food, buy your drinks, dress in something yellow, come and support. It's by Patsy Emmons' shop in Mount Pleasant. So Mount Pleasant and Grand Bay, they're having a nice little celebration there. Please go out and be a part of that. All right? Nice. Good. What's here? Good. So let's right. So I was saying to you that there seemed to be some pressure mounting on this union, the Public Workers Union. There was there was a petition, right, in circulation, and we understand that that petition gathered a lot of signatures, right? Plenty signatures. So it seems as though the pressure is mounting on that union leader. So only recently we saw the same union leader out there making certain statements. And one wondered for a moment why he's making those statements. It was not by guess. The pressure is mounting on that individual because the workers, they want their money, they want the 4 plus 4 plus 5, the 13% increase. So the membership, they have this petition in circulation saying we're gonna go to the government with or without you, with or without the leadership of that union. And the pressure is mounting, serious pressure. So no wonder the individual ran and made certain pronouncements in the media. The pressure is mounting. They have received hundreds and hundreds of signatures, and that is scaring him and all the others. So folks, it is not by accident he came out, and it's not by accident that he posts all kind of stupidness, and people not even worrying with him, right? This guy. We know who is advising him. We know who is pushing him, which is rather sad. But at the end of the day, we are happy, really happy, that all the other unions, or nearly all the other unions, the police, the prison, they all have signed on to what the government is offering. All right? So it was not a surprise to me that the individual came out. I expected that with the pressure mounting, with the petition in circulation. People are signing, workers are signing, and they're signing to force the hands of the union leaders to just sign this agreement and move on. And folks, I want to again reemphasize the need for us to develop that culture of total support for our leader and our government. Yes, we know they are not perfect. Yes, we know the government will not always get everything right. But the things that they will get right, we must continue to push it, promote it, encourage it. And we must be there at every event, every activity where our Prime Minister is and the team. We must support that wholeheartedly. We must develop that culture that we will defend our party, promote our party, defend our government, promote our government, and make sure that we are there where the most honorable Deacon Mitchell is. We must be there in numbers. Let them vex, let them angry, let them post things on Facebook. Go and post stuff there. We will talk. We will guide our people. And those on social media who continue to defend the party, who continue to post comments and so on, that are very positive and forward thinking and forward looking, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing an excellent job. The minute time they come out with all the attacks and so on, we must be there to defend the transformation agenda, cost it what it may. All right? So again, let them talk. The pressure is mounting. You see, when I speak on this program, it has caused them to be uneasy. But let them be uneasy. Nothing wrong with that. All right? So, Grimesy, post again. Comment again. Nothing wrong with that. Grenadians, home and abroad, we need to develop that culture where we defend our party, we promote our party, we defend our government, we promote our government. And wherever the most honorable Deacon Mitchell is, we must be there in record numbers, and we must be out there defending, cost it what it may. That is the culture that we have to develop as we move forward to make sure that the transformation agenda succeeds. Very important. We're not going to back down. All right? So we're going out there in our numbers this evening at the Grenville Secondary School. Good? Don't worry about them. Here, let them beat up. Let them comment. Let them post. And if you realize who posting and who commenting, they're just the few, the very few. The same suspects, right? The same beat up suspects. So you could expect them to be under there commenting. No problem. But the pressure must continue because the transformation agenda must succeed. All right? Very important indeed. So, folks, at this point in time, I want to play for you the entire address by our beloved Prime Minister, the most honorable Deacon Mitchell. All right? Yeah. All right, my good. All right, let me see. All right. So Kim the King sent me something. All right, no problem. I will play that a little later. Nice? I understand. Good vibes. Plenty love. Good vibes. All right? So let me play it, boy. I tell you, I was extremely pleased, extremely proud with our beloved Prime Minister. And look, I know he's a good orator. I know he's the best in this business. What we have to do, folks, is to make sure that everywhere he goes, we're out there in numbers, walkabout, community, this, anywhere. Right? The NNP called him Baby Jesus. That's what the NNP called him, Baby Jesus. They made a mistake. Right? Because their leader, everything associated with their leader is always a negative name, a negative this, negative connotation. But they called the most honorable Deacon Mitchell Baby Jesus. Okay. All right. I'm simply saying, folks, we have to be there to support him, to make sure that everything he touches is successful. Right? He's God sent. He is God sent. And he will bring prosperity and opportunity to our people here in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique.
One, two, yeah? Good evening, everyone. The Prime Minister is on his way, so as a matter of housekeeping, we ask that you put all cell phones on silent or vibrate so that we do not have any disturbance of this evening's proceedings. Thank you, and we will begin shortly. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Ms. Carvelette, Secretary to the Cabinet Acting, other permanent secretaries and senior government officials, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the clergy, specially invited guests, Grenadians at home and abroad. Welcome to this evening's proceedings. It is the national address by Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell as government observes its first year in office. That deserves a round of applause, right? I would like to invite to the microphone Reverend Silbert Prescott, Methodist representative of the Grenada Conference of Churches. Please stand as we have the opening prayer.
Let us bow our heads as we go to God in prayer. Gracious God, you are the Almighty and Eternal One, and we pause to praise and adore your holy name. We praise you for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us as your people, for the breath that preserves us, the food that nourishes our bodies and minds, the aspects of our culture that defines us, for the opportunity to share this common space in which we live, work, grow, and call home. But Lord, we have gathered this evening in a very special way to thank you for your faithfulness to the government and people of the island of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We praise you for all the ways in which you have guided and sustained us through the changing scenes that have marked the existence of this nation, especially the experiences that have enabled growth, development, and understanding of who we are and where you are leading this tri-island state. We lift up to you in a very special way the Honorable Dickon Mitchell and his government, and give you thanks for the way in which you have equipped them for the task of leading your people of this blessed land. We bless you for all that they have been able to achieve thus far. As they chart the way forward, may they do so with godly wisdom, integrity, justice, and may all that they do aid the all-round development and advancement of this blessed land. Grant us, O Lord, as your people, the grace to set aside all differences as we seek to collectively shoulder the responsibility of nation building. As this nation forges ahead into the future, we pray that the goodwill, peace, and prosperity of all Grenadians will indeed be the hallmark of the service of this government. We commit this evening's activity to you, for we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. I will invite Mr. Jeremy Otley from the New Dimensions Steel Orchestra. You may have your seats. Well, like a certain minister representing the South, he calls it the Great South. This evening, I would like to invite our representative for this year's Carnival Queen competition, Miss St. George, Miss Deja Bernard.
Good evening, and a warm welcome to the esteemed gathering we have here today, as we commemorate the 1-year anniversary of our government's leadership. My name is Deja Bernard, and I will be proudly representing the parish of St. George in this year's National Carnival Queen Pageant on August 6. Tonight, I am honored to welcome you to this national address that not only celebrates the accomplishments of our government, but also serves as an inspiration for the next generation to dream big, aim high, and contribute to the continued progress of our beloved country. In the past year, our nation has witnessed the transformative power of unity, inclusivity, and the determination of our government to empower every citizen. As we listen to the national address by Prime Minister the Honorable Dickon Mitchell tonight, I invite you to be inspired by the stories of progress, the vision for a better tomorrow, and the call to action that resonates within each of us. May each achievement serve as a reminder of the immense potential we hold within ourselves to contribute to the continued growth and development of our great nation. Once again, welcome, and thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion. May we continue to work together for a brighter tomorrow for Grenada. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would like to invite now Ms. Shireen Brazan, who will give us a little bit of treat in a cultural item. Ms. Brazan, the microphone is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know that there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget I was here. And I lived and I loved, I was here. And I did and I've done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I lived each day until I died. Know that I meant something in somebody's lives. The hearts I have touched would be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world would see I was here. And I lived and I loved, I was here. And I did and I've done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. And I lived and I loved, I was here. And I did and I've done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. Just wanna let them know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, made this world a little better just because I was here, and I lived and I loved. I was here, and I did, and I've done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here, and I lived and I loved. I was here, and I did, and I've done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I was here. I was here. I was here. Thank you.
Grenada is full of talent. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you, Ms. Brazan. Wow. Okay, and now the moment we've all been waiting for, the national address by Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 1 year on, I might be more nervous than I was 1 year ago. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow citizens of Grenada, it is my great honor to welcome you to this celebration of 1 year of transformational progress. This evening, I invite you to join me as we reflect on the remarkable journey we have taken together since June 23rd, 2022, and to allow yourselves to envision the endless possibilities of the future that we can create together. 12 months ago, you, the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, gave our government the mandate to transform our beloved nation, to disrupt the status quo, refocus our priorities, and reimagine the future that we collectively want for Grenada. For our team, this opportunity to effect positive change in our communities is a privilege we hoped for, that many of us prayed for, and one that I can assure you, my cabinet ministers and I take very seriously. From the onset, our ambitions for Grenada were high. In fact, we often faced criticism because many thought that our aspirations were too high and may not be attainable. But we were resolute in our belief that you only get back what you invest. If we are not prepared to invest in our people, in our physical and digital infrastructure, and in our resilience as a small island state that is inherently vulnerable to the effects of climate change, then we are not prepared to govern in the 21st century. We would be doing a disservice to you our people, and to future generations of Grenadians. We therefore set out to create a government that would listen to the citizens, actively endeavor to understand the needs expressed by our people, and work towards attainable solutions. Tonight, I stand before you with pride and, more importantly, hope, for we have made significant strides towards this vision. Building a strong foundation. Upon assuming office, it was clear that we would have an uphill climb. The key cornerstones necessary for the development of a prosperous nation, such as a robust healthcare system, effective education models, and accessible and reliable digital infrastructure, were woefully lacking. We also inherited a workforce that, understandably and unfortunately, had grown disheartened by a lack of compassion, and in some cases, gross disrespect over the course of many years. We therefore knew that improving labor relations and regaining the trust of our nation's workforce would be one of the first orders of business as we embarked on this journey that would require all hands on deck. A major milestone in this first year was the payment of the retroactive pensions and gratuity, which was a campaign promise that we were keen to bring to fruition as soon as possible. Our people, our workers, who gave so much of their lives to building our nation, deserved better. The payment of pensions and gratuity pumped approximately $75 million into the economy, which arguably is the single largest transfer of wealth from the states to the citizens of Grenada in Grenada's post-independence history. This payment did not bankrupt our economy, as we have seen, but has instead allowed many of our pensioners who were regrettably plunged into poverty after retiring to support themselves once more and to feel proud of their years of service to Grenada. In the same vein, we were eager to pay our teachers their salaries that were docked since 2018. After just 1 month in office, on July 29, 2022, we actioned the payment of $1.2 million in docked salaries to 1,721 teachers and other public workers. During the course of the year, we also approved an honorarium for nurses of $500 per month or $6,000 per year until we can improve their working conditions. In this first year, we have also had record signings of salary and wage increase agreements with trade unions and bargaining entities, signing 4%, 4%, and 5% for the years 2023, 2024, and 2025 respectively, with the Grenada Union of Teachers, the Grenada Manual, Maritime and Intellectual Workers Union, the Royal Grenada Police Force Negotiating Team, and the Prison Officers Welfare Association. These unions and bargaining agents represent more than half of the public service. We have also recently had word that the Bank and General Workers Union has indicated an intention to sign, and we hope that the outstanding bargaining entity, the Public Workers Union, would soon come to the table and reach agreement. Citizens, we are extremely pleased with the cordial and respectful manner of the negotiations. Having witnessed the struggles of our workers in the past years, under this administration, we will seek to bring all salary and wage increases up to date and set time frames for future increases. This will allow our workers to budget and plan their expenses accordingly. Another major milestone in this first year was the implementation of the bi-monthly payments for all government workers and pensioners. We expect that by September of this year, that all statutory bodies, government and state-owned entities will do the same. And while we have achieved significant progress in the ambit of our labor relations, we recognize that there is still much to be done. The matters of the regularization of workers and pension reform are still high on the government's agenda. I'm happy to report that the draft regularization framework is now at an advanced stage, with rollout expected in the latter half of this year and the start of 2024. And the Pension Reform Committee is actively working on a new public service pension plan, which should be completed by January of 2024. Nationwide consultations on the minimum wage, with a view to amending the minimum wage order, are still underway. And I call on the unions to display more leadership in these discussions. Strengthening our economy. A prosperous Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique requires a healthy economy, fueled by a thriving private sector. In the past year, we have taken bold steps to bolster our economy and create a fertile environment for investment and entrepreneurship. We reimagined the COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat, or the CES grant, to provide real opportunities for entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs to take their business ideas to the next level. The response from our citizens was overwhelming, highlighting a keen interest amongst Grenadians to delve into the world of entrepreneurship. Under this initiative, we were able to provide 506 micro, small, and medium enterprises grants of up to a maximum of $30,000 to invest in their businesses, totaling an amount of $8.3 million. Other areas of business support provided by the government in this first year include grants from the Rural Development Unit amounting to over $500,000 and loans amounting to approximately $9 million through a partnership with the Grenada Development Bank. Additionally, we reduced the government fees required to start a business from $1,200 to $600. Strengthening our relations with international funding agencies. Though our ideal vision for Grenada is one where we can support our own development initiatives, we accept that we are not there yet, and therefore require the support of various international lending agencies to meet our obligations. A review of our financial standing and the implementation rates on the many projects and initiatives that our lenders entrusted to us were managed lukewarm at best, and in many cases, utterly shameful. It was not surprising that upon entering office, that we were advised by several development partners and funding agencies that Grenada was on the verge of losing major projects, totaling millions of dollars. I take this opportunity to commend our Minister of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation, the MP for the Great South, who truly mobilized efforts to renegotiate these contracts to ensure that the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique would not lose the benefits of these transformational projects. The OECS Tourism Competitiveness Project is one such initiative. This project, which seeks to revitalize Fort George, was 6 years old, and the implementation rate was 0. We can now proudly report, 1 year in, that this project currently has an implementation rate of 63%. Other projects that we were able to successfully renegotiate include the Digital Governance for Resilience, or DG4R project, which seeks to help public officers adapt to the digital era with a focus on sustainable economic growth and development. The much talked about United Kingdom Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund, or UK CIF facility, for the implementation of the capital phase of the Southern St. George Water Supply Expansion Project, and the Climate Resilient Agriculture for Integrated Landscape Management Project, which seeks to ensure sustainable agricultural practices. To date, the implementation rate of the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation stands at 87%. I was going to ask for a round of applause. In addition to our proactive efforts to repair our professional relations with development partners and regain their trust as a responsible borrower, we have sought to repair Grenada's ailing financial standing with lending institutions, which has resulted in a credit rating of selected default due to long-standing arrears to Libya, Algeria, and Trinidad and Tobago. Within 4 months of assuming office, we were able to successfully negotiate the repayment of arrears owing to the state of Libya in the amount of $13.1 million. And we are in ongoing negotiations with Algeria and the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to resolve these long outstanding debts. Additionally, our administration continues to seek new avenues of beneficial partners for Grenada's development agenda. To this end, we have entered a partnership with the Afrexim Bank to strengthen trade and investment links between Africa and the CARICOM member states, with potential significant funding available specifically to Grenada. We are also at an advanced stage of negotiations with the Saudi Development Fund towards development of a transformational climate-smart infrastructure program, and we intend to join CAF, the Green Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean, within the coming weeks. Increasing investment. Through strategic policies and initiatives, we have attracted both local and foreign investors, targeting stimulated growth in key sectors such as health, tourism, agriculture, renewable energy, and the creative economy. Also of note in the investment sector is the increased interest by Grenadians in the diaspora to invest locally, especially in the healthcare sector. These endeavors are wholly welcomed by our administration, and we encourage more Grenadians in the diaspora to explore opportunities at home. One of the major drivers of investment is our Citizenship by Investment, or CBI program, which contributes significantly to Grenada's overall development. The program serves as an economic buffer, especially during external shocks such as hurricanes and other natural disasters and health emergencies, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Our CBI program's performance has improved year on year. In the first 3 months of 2023, we have seen an 89% increase in revenue earned from Citizenship by Investment compared to the same period in 2022. And in absolute numbers, $56.7 million compared with $30 million same period last year. However, we continue to work with all stakeholders, including regional and international agencies, to adapt and develop the necessary standards, regulations, and internal control systems to reduce the risk profile of the CBI program and mitigate existing risk on an ongoing basis. These economic initiatives have already or will translate into new job opportunities for our people, empowering our citizens to build better lives for themselves and their families. Setting the stage for true transformation. Our commitments and focus over this past year went beyond economic prosperity. We sought to lay the foundation and the building blocks for a society that is rooted in equality and empowerment, where every citizen has a real opportunity to realize their full potential. And this takes me to my favorite subject, education. In this past year, we were able to move the needle on some urgent initiatives, such as the removal of school fees and the recent introduction of universal secondary education to ensure that our children are not leaving school before they are adequately prepared to effectively contribute to society as adults. Additionally, the first steps on the move to close the gap between the skills needed in our society and those offered in schools have been taken, with skills training being reintroduced from the primary school level. Social assistance. We have begun the work needed to clean up the social assistance programs to ensure that abuse within the system is reduced and to ensure that individuals who genuinely need state assistance are the ones who receive it. The support for empowerment, education, and development, or more commonly called SEED, recertification exercise is still on the way. However, with the savings derived from the elimination of errors thus far, we were able to add 500 new cases to the SEED program in April 2023. Moreover, we have expanded the program to include Carriacou and Petite Martinique for the first time. Affordable housing units, which were graciously donated to the people of Grenada by the government and people of the Republic of China, have been retrofitted and upgraded by our team to include cabinetry for kitchens and closets, which will further improve the living comfort of beneficiaries. We expect to hand over 647 units starting in July of 2023. Our promise to make internet connectivity more widely available as part of the government's digital literacy drive will soon be a reality with our recent partnership with Flow on the JUMP program, which will see the introduction of free Wi-Fi in public recreational spaces, and importantly, 1,500 unconnected Grenadian households will benefit from subsidized internet broadband, paying only $20 per month. Healthcare. We are at an advanced stage of negotiations to acquire 90 acres of land for a new hospital in the Calavini area. With completion of this process expected in the coming weeks. This property is envisioned to house Grenada's modern, state-of-the-art teaching hospital, but will also be designed to encourage the development of specialized private health clinics and health-related enterprises within the campus. Agriculture and the marine industry. In agriculture, we arrested the difficult situation at the Marketing and National Importing Board. And the restructuring is currently underway, with plans to reopen later this year as a public-private partnership. The construction of the modern Windward Fish Center and jetty, which recently began in Carriacou, also serves as an integral part of government's plans to make Carriacou and Petite Martinique hubs for Grenada's marine industry. The environment, renewable energy. In this first year, we have begun investigations into viable alternative energy sources for Grenada. To date, we have identified 5 potential sites for solar and wind farms, and work is ongoing for geothermal energy. To ensure continued protection of our environment, especially the coast, the Climate Smart Infrastructure Program will seek to address the coastal damage across the island. Additionally, noteworthy initiatives include the introduction of color-coded recycling bins by the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority to begin the process of waste separation. We continue exploration into the potential use of the sargassum seaweed for biofuel and the introduction of a ban on printing in government offices to no more than 5 pages, which will evolve into a complete ban on printing by next year. The creative industries. Finally, in the creative sector, we launched the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, or GOCA, this year, which serves as the primary administrative home for the creative economy, with the core objective of championing, connecting, supporting, and investing in creative people and businesses. Through GOCA, we hosted Grenada's first ever cultural and creative industries conference, Unleash. Perhaps I was saving the best for last because this transformational conference was the embodiment of the potential that we have in Grenada for excellence. Building the future of Grenada. Citizens, the ability to move the needle on so many projects, in so many different sectors, during this first year was indeed inspirational, but it highlighted the fact that we have so much further to go. My friends, we have only begun to scratch the surface of the possibilities that exist in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The transformation we seek will require us to make decisive choices for our nation's future. Bold decisions which would affect our trajectory for the next 25 years. Do we continue to invest in fossil fuels? Or do we make the decision now to commit to renewable energy and invest instead in wind and solar farms? Carriacou and Petite Martinique provide an ideal location to test the feasibility of this avenue. Do we continue to educate our nation's youth in the way we have been educated for centuries, static, in a standard classroom? Or do we invest in technology now that helps our students to be at the forefront of advancement in artificial intelligence? Do we continue to limp along with a broken healthcare system? Or do we invest in a modern teaching hospital, health tourism, national health insurance, and better terms and conditions of employment and service for our healthcare practitioners? Do we continue to import vehicles burning gasoline and diesel, being cheaply dumped on us? Or do we pivot and purchase electric vehicles that are environmentally friendly and suited to our geography and our climate? The same applies to our approach to agriculture, fishing, and many other aspects of our nation. These are the nature of the questions and the decisions that we intend to address soon. And so, I ask that you ponder these questions extensively, especially our young people, so that we may have meaningful consultations on these matters in the coming months. We would like to hear your boldest ideas for the future of our beloved homeland. Let your imaginations roam freely. In the words of Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. It is that imagination that led to Grenada being declared an independent nation almost 50 years ago. As we approach this important and privileged milestone, we must once again find that imagination to allow for greater achievement for the next 50 years. I take this opportunity to announce that a special select committee of persons led by Dr. Wendy Crawford, and which includes a representative from each parish, have been appointed to organize and manage Grenada's 50th independence celebrations. The celebrations will commence in earnest in September 2023 and will span the entire year of 2024. And as part of our Golden Jubilee, I'm happy to report that Cabinet has approved and made a request to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, or ECCB, to have the bank issue a special celebratory commemorative 50 EC dollar note to mark Grenada's 50th year of independence. We expect and anticipate that the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank Council, which will be meeting in July, will agree and approve the request. In concluding, throughout this past year, we have witnessed the transformative power of unity and determination. We have seen how the spirit of collaboration and community can break down barriers and forge new paths to progress. I extend sincere gratitude to every citizen of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique for believing in our vision and for giving our team the opportunity to serve. I also thank every citizen who reached out over this past year to offer advice, to let us know when you thought we were doing well, and even when you thought we were going off track, because this helps to ensure that we are better in the future. We are even more convinced now, 1 year in, that as a people, we can achieve any goal if we work together. I ask that you continue to support our initiatives. We look forward to continued engagements through town hall meetings, constituency visits, and community walkabouts. May the connections that we have fostered in this first year only grow from strength to strength in the years ahead. We are in this together. The work has just begun, and we remain ready, and we remain ready, and we remain ready with our boots on the ground. Thank you, good night, and may God continue to bless Grenada.